Welcome back to Fire Dragon, and we're here today with a Minecraft tutorial, but a different kind. We are creating our own server. We're going to teach you how to create your own real Java Edition server. I just did a tutorial over the Bedrock server. I'll leave an iCard and a link in the description. But we're going to go on with this tutorial. You just need to open up your browser, type in Minecraft Java server, and then you're going to go to Minecraft server download. And it is going to download the Minecraft Java Edition server. Then this is only if you want one server. We're about to go over the different ways to do multiple servers, but this is for one simple server. They made it easy now, finally. But you're just going to download this Minecraft server, 1.16.1 jar, and run it with this command. Click on it, take it to your desktop, make a new folder, and name it Java server. Or it can be whatever you want it as long as you know what it is, name-wise, and you're going to save. Then you're going to copy this little thing down here, copy, and you can go ahead and click these dots and click show in folder. Then you're going to go inside that. You can see your server.jar is there. You're going to right click inside the folder, hit new, and text document. I like to call these run, and you're going to change the 3 txt to .bat, B-A-T, and you're going to hit yes. And then you're going to right click this run and hit edit. Then you're going to paste in that thing that it gave you. And I don't know why they do this, because it's obviously named server.jar, so you're just going to delete this part of it right before the .jar and rename it to just server. And you can give it more storage by changing these values, and you can change if there's a GUI or not with this by deleting this if you want it, but you probably don't want the GUI, so leave it there. Then hit file and save, X out of that, and you're going to double click run.bat, and it's going to start up, and then it'll go away in just a second because it's loading some files. Then we have these. We're going to do the EULA, change it from false to true, file save, X on, whoops, not maximize, X on out. Then we're going to go to server properties, and you have all your properties here. So we obviously want online mode to true. Most of the stuff you want on the default. The things I like to change, sometimes spawn protection you want it at 0, so that way players can build in the spawn chunk. But if you don't want people to do that, only operators, I don't even know if operators can, but I think operators can. So if you want to change that, you can change that to 0, I believe. Then I change game mode to, well, survival, like it is. And then I change difficulty to normal. You can change your PvP to true or not, doesn't matter. Spawn monsters, obviously true, and it depends on what you're doing with your server, what changes you need to make. Enable command block. Who doesn't like command blocks for yourself? You can change your level name to whatever you want it to be, and then it'll create a new world with the default name being that. You can add a resource pack, so you have to add a direct download link to whatever resource pack you're using, and then it'll prompt the players to put it on their screen. You can whitelist if you wish. And that's pretty much it. So make sure you save, X out of it, and you can do this run.bat again. Now it's going to load up the server for you. You can see that it says starting Minecraft server on 25565. You're going to want to remember that 25565. So go ahead and highlight it. Control C, should have copied it. If not, that's pretty easy to remember, because that is always the default for a regular Minecraft server. While that's preparing, I did this in the last video, so you can watch it if you want to, but I'm going to teach you it now, how to set up your IP forwarding. So you're going to open a new tab in your browser, and you're going to go to whatever your default router access gateway is. You might want to ask your parents if you don't know, or call your router company, because it's different for every router, but mine for Netgear is 192.168.1.1. I already have stuff there, so sign in. Then every router page is different as well, so you're going to need to look up a tutorial for your very specific router type. But for mine, it's under advanced setup, and you have to go to port forwarding, also apparently called port triggering. Then you're going to add a custom server. Name it whatever you want, but Minecraft server. Apparently it doesn't fit all the way, so just Minecraft 65, because it's going to be 25565. You're going to want to do service type to TCP UDP. If you don't have the option, because my old router only had one or the other, you have to do one port forwarding for TCP and then a separate port forwarding of the exact same but for UDP. Then on this external starting port, you're going to put 25565 or paste what we just copied. Then ending port, paste again, or just leave blank, it doesn't matter. And then on this, you're going to do 192.168.1, whatever your router was, whatever you did for these. And then for your last one, if you don't already know it, you can go to this network icon here, right click and open network and internet settings. Then you're going to click on properties, and it's right here. So this is the IP address for the specific computer that has the server on it. So this last thing is what you need. I mean, you need all of it, but 41 is what I have for this computer. And then it doesn't matter for the rest, so then you just save it, apply it. But that's all you need to do in order to allow other people to join your server. This thing should be done by now. Yes, it is. And you're going to open up your Minecraft. You're going to make sure you're on the latest release. While that's loading, we're going to go back to our browser. And if you don't already know it, you're going to type in, what is my external IP? You're going to go down to this. For me, it's the third option, or currently it's the third option. What is myip.com? External IP address. I was totally wrong. It's the third option, and I went to the second option. It's myexternalip.com. My bad. But anyway, you click on that, and you have it right here. That gives you your IP address. You can copy that, and you're going to paste that into your multiplier direct connection. Or you can do localhost, because that's going to do whatever your machine is doing. So you can see I'll connect with localhost. I'll join the world, and voila, I'm on the world. Okay, so I have one thing that I can't show you is, because I already have a server running on this port, if I put it on a different port, for example, if I put it on 80, if I put it on, 25580, then if I had done the port forwarding for it, I would be able to join, and that would be this server, as long as I went to the server properties file and changed the thing that says port to 25580, but I don't have it port forwarded, and I don't need to do that because I know it works. But anyway, localhost is simply the same thing. Localhost, and again, you can see me joining. I can't show you that other way, but I just told you how it works and what's going on. But anyway, that is it for this part of the tutorial. There's a second part that is about to come up. Alright, so most of what I just told you is similar to what we're about to do, but there is a very big difference in what we're about to do. So what we just did, I keep hitting my microphone. So what we just did was for a single server, and it is for Minecraft's default server. So you can only run the one server, which is fine, but you can't have multiple worlds or a bunch of plugins. I mean, you can have plugins, I think, but you won't have multiple worlds or multiple servers. Now, it's useful, for me at least, to have multiple servers. You can have a survival world, a PvP world, a hardcore world, a mini games world, and they'll all be separate servers, so that way it's easier to navigate and you have less plugins, which takes a lot of memory. So you'll use up less memory in the long run. But anyway, how you do that is you type in BungeeCord. It's really all you need to type in. And it will take you to this BungeeCord Jenkins, md5.net. And you're going to go to this BungeeCord.jar under last successful artifacts. You're going to go to your desktop, new folder, BungeeCord. And then you're going to go inside it and paste this BungeeCord.jar in. And while that's downloading, you're going to type in Spigot BuildTools into your search bar. Then you're going to go to the second one that says Jenkins right beside it. Then you're going to click this last build, or actually you can just go right up here, BuildTools.jar under last successful artifacts. Then go back to your desktop and new folder. You don't need to name this one. You're not going to keep it. You're going to hit save. Then you're going to go into that new folder, BuildTools.jar. You're going to, if you don't already have it, get Git Bash. It's a pretty simple download. Git and download it, and then it'll work on your system. But what you're going to need to do is right click and Git Bash here. And then if you go back to this BuildTools Spigot top page and scroll down until you get to this versions, you can do latest, or you can very specifically do different versions. We're going to do 1.16.1, and we're going to copy, and we're going to go into that Git Bash and paste, and then hit enter. Okay, so apparently you have to sometimes specify how much memory you're using, and it'll tell you how to do that. It says please rerun it with manually specified memory, and it gives you actually exactly this. So I'm just going to take it and copy, and we're going to delete this line and paste, and there we go. Enter. And this is going to take a little bit of time to do everything. But we're going to go, while it's doing that, go over to our BungeeCord. So back to our BungeeCord. We're going to hit new text document. I like to call this one Rungy because you're running the Bungee, and make sure you change it to the .bat file extension. Then you're going to edit, and we're going to go back in time to our... Nope. Oh, that's right. It's over here. Okay, so we're going to go back to our search bar, BungeeCord Installation, Spigot MC. And if you go to Installation, and you go down to this, all you need is this. So copy, and then change this Rungy to this. File save, and you can mess around with the memory if you want. This is the minimum, and this is the maximum. Then you're gonna Rungy, double click it, and it's gonna start it up. Then it says listening, and that means it's done. So we're gonna type in end, and it's gonna close it. Then all these files should be loaded. You can put any plugins you want inside here, and then you can go to your config and change some things. Okay, so we're going to change this listener query port to 25565. And then we're going to change this address here. So you're going to type in your internal IP to 192.168.1.41. And then we're going to do colon 25566. And then we're going to add one more server. So you can just copy basically what's above you. I'm going to name this one survival, colon. You don't need the message of the day, but you can do address 192.168.1.41, which is my specific computer IP address like we looked at earlier, 25567, and we're only going to do the 2. This is what you want to do, but since I already have some stuff set up for a different computer, I am going to change this. So what you're going to do is save that file. I'm going to keep this open, and then I'm going to go ahead and do my port forwarding. Alright, so if you're wanting to do multiple servers like this, you're going to go back to your config just to make sure we're seeing things right. So you're going to start with your listener, 25565 is what you should be. And then you're going to start with your next server, 25566, and then 25567. So they're all in order, so that all you have to do is do a range. So you're going to do your listener query to the last one you have on there. And you're going to do the first one, listener query, on there, so yours should be 25565 to 25568, and mine is going to be 25678, or something like that. Yours should be 25567, actually, shouldn't it be? But anyway, putting this on my computer for one, and apply. So we're going to go back to our this thing. So it says success, everything is completed successfully, and it copied everything. So we're going to go to desktop, and new folder, and it downloaded our Spigot 1.16.1, and that's all we need. So we're going to cut that. Actually, probably better to copy so that we still have this original file here, just in case. But you're going to create a new folder, name it Spigot Server, and then you're going to paste in that one. And you can rename this whatever you want, but you probably just want to leave it the same as it is. And we're going to go ahead and create a new folder back here with Spigot Server 2, so that I can show you doing 2 servers. Whoops, totally misnamed that. Spigot Server 2. My bad. Anyway, and then you can paste the same exact thing into here. So on both of these, I'm just going to copy and paste them, but we're going to do new text documents, run.bat. Yes. Then we're going to edit it. And we're going to go back. So we're going to go back to our Spigot Minecraft. And, well, installation. And then go to this specific thing. All you need is this. Middle line. Copy it. Go to your file, your Rungy, or your thing, your run that you were doing. Not Rungy. Run, and then you don't need this. I don't know why it's there. So you're just going to delete that, and then change the spigot.jar to spigot whatever it says up there. So spigot-1.16.1.jar. And then file save, X out, and then you can copy this, paste it into your other one because it'll be the exact same. And then for both of these, we're going to do the run.bat. It's going to start loading, and then it's going to fail to load, essentially. You'll see in a second because we need to accept the EULA. EULA true. Save. And then we're going to go ahead and go to the server properties and change the port, the server port, to 25566 for you guys for the first one, and then for the other server you're going to do 25567. And then we're going to go ahead and back to run, do the same thing for this other one. Alright, while those are loading, you can go ahead and load up the BungeeCord server, rungy.bat. It's going to load its stuff. It's going to be listening on it. Okay, so earlier, I'm so sorry. I told you query port is what you need to change. You can keep that on 25565. I mean, it'll stay default what it is. But what you need to have is this host. I'm sorry. Is what you need to change to 25565. 25565 for you guys. For me, it's going to be this 25676. And save it. And then do that. I'm going to rerun my Bungie. Rungy up. And then you'll see over here what you change it to is what it's listening on. And then these should be close to loaded. Yes, it says done. And this one says done. And the only thing left to do is to restop these servers. So you just type in stop for each of them. And you're going to go to each of these servers and back to the server properties. And on here is an online mode. And you need to change this to false for both of these. Save it. So that way your BungeeCord can interact with them. So change your server properties, online mode, false, save, and then you can run both of these again. Back to this one, run again. It's going to load them up, and you can go ahead and go to your Minecraft. Make sure you're on your latest release or the same version as what you're running. And then go to multiplayer, direct connection. You can use localhost, but I'm going to use my external IP address. 238.251.8. And then for me, I have to use this colon extension, but you shouldn't have to. 25676. And my servers are done loading, so I can join server. And you can see that I have joined on the server. Kittens1 logged in. And then you can see on my BungeeCord, Kittens1 has connected to lobby. And you can tell that that's the first name by it saying lobby. And in our... Ooh, did we ever change that? Oh, no. I don't know. Well, it doesn't matter. Anyway. So, we have our world. We're here. And you're going to want to make sure in your Spigot server, each individual one, that you op your username. And inside the other one as well. So op, because it's server dependent. Alright, so they made you both an operator. Then you can do server list. Or, sorry. Slash server. I thought you could do a list of server. Oh, that's right. I'm sorry. Slash glist to see the servers. So these are the names of the servers where you can go to. So slash server. Lobby is where we're at. And then survival is the other server that we have. You can switch over. And there we go. This is the other server. And you can do whatever you want with that. Have a hub area. And they have entirely different worlds and different plugins that you can add from that Spigot website. And that's pretty much it. Alright, so that is going to be all for this tutorial. If you guys liked it, make sure you leave a like and subscribe for some more. And if you have any questions, make sure you leave a comment and I can answer them as best as my ability. And I hope everything was clear. I'm not the best at articulating words, but I think I got every bit of the basics. And then I'll make sure I already set up, but I'll make sure I leave a link to that Bedrock server tutorial in the description and an iCard at the top right again. So thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you next time on Fire Dragon.